What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Farts and Crafts. I'm your host, Max Scoville, and Farts and Crafts is the show where I draw pictures of stuff for some reason. Last week, if you missed it, I drew pictures of Alien and Predator dressed up as Dracula. I don't remember why that was an idea that we decided to go with, but it was fun, and you guys actually submitted some Alien dress-up pictures of your own. Let's see, Donkey Puncher 64 on Twitter sent me this picture of Alien wearing Predator's face, having a little costume party a la Buffalo Bill. Nihonbre sent us AVP versus Mickey D's, where they're eating McDonald's, and the McDonald's is coming out of the alien stomach for a change. I'm loving it. And then on Snapchat, Eden Rahakachansky sent me a picture of the alien dressed up as a witch, which I thought was cute, and I screen capped that. Don't think I won't screen cap your Snapchats, ladies, because I will. Also, that's the first time a girl has sent me anything on Snapchat. I'm Bonglord69 if you want to Snapchat me, guys. This week we have a lovely suggestion from Jack Bosworth, who says that I should draw Ash Ketchum from Pokémon with some guns fighting Riley, the German Shepherd from Call of Duty Ghosts. And that just sounds like the most SEO-friendly, teen-attracting... God damn it, Steven. Sit down, you birthday fucker. Sorry, as I was saying, yeah, Call of Duty and Pokemon. The teens are gonna love it, because it's 2011, and those things are hot right now. Let's start doing art now. All right, so we're gonna draw Ass Ketchup. And today I'm using a crayon or something. The wax, kind of like a Conte crayon, they call them. Conte crayon is usually red, though. I was actually Ash Ketchum for Halloween a few years ago. My girlfriend was Pikachu, and we looked so cute, and we had a nice time together, and I had to throw away the costume because I got dirt on it or something. Yes, dirt. That's believable. Frequent discussion in my household is how the world of Pokemon is really fucked up. And it's true. It is. What kind of a world sends a 10-year-old boy out into the countryside and give him an animal? And he's like, go fight these animals. Go make them fight each other. That's your job now. No one would do that. That's the worst idea. Because the Pokemon are sentient. They have, like, personalities and stuff. And yet they make them fight each other for entertainment, pretty much. What is the point of Pokemon fighting, actually? Like, why do they do that? So probably the biggest question in Pokemon is, what do they eat? Because you see them at one point eating a grilled Magikarp. And, you know, occasionally there's other meat-type foods, but you never really see that addressed. I mean, do they slaughter the male milk tanks and eat them for hamburgers? Do they eat various types of birds? The bird Pokemon? Do the vegetarians eat the plants? What does a Bellsprout taste like? Do you have to kill it first? Do you have to, like, throw it in a pot or something and you have to break its neck? These things are things that do not get addressed. I'm told that in the manga they have really fucked up stuff that happens. Like, for instance, an onyx gets exploded and no one really gives a shit. It just kind of blows up into rock chunks everywhere. And really, that's pretty warped for a kid's show. So one of the most confusing things for me in the world of Pokemon is the fact that in the show, we see Gary, Ash's rival, just fucking driving around in a car with a bunch of girls. But it's like that's a little boy. That's a 10-year-old boy driving a car. And then meanwhile, there's other 10-year-old boys who are like, he's taunting this other boy who has a pet dragon that shoots fire out of it as he drives around in a car. They did not put any thought into that world. It's kind of terrifying. It's a harrowing place, the world of Pokemon. You know how you know Ash Ketchum is bullshit? Ash Ketchum never had an Eevee. Eevee is the best Pokemon. Gary Oak drove around in a fucking car while Ash had a mountain bike. Gary Oak had an Eevee in a fucking car full of girls. Gary Oak knew what the fuck he was doing. I know I'm not the only one who'd like to see a gritty, realistic world of Pokemon. Just kids going and dying. A lot of drownings. I mean, we live in a world where there is a label on the hairdryer that says do not use in the shower. a machine which only purpose it has is to make hair dry, and we have to be instructed as a society not to use it in a place that is primarily used for making your hair wet. So they have a world where they send children into the woods with, animals. And they're like, well, you better get along because bugs will try to kill you. And here's a kid with pet bees who is a samurai. Why? Because I don't know. The first season of Pokémon is on Netflix if anyone's interested. My favorite theory about Pokémon is that Ash Ketchum, in fact, died in that bike accident early on. And Pokémon is his afterlife. Or he's in a coma, and he's just kind of piecing together what he thinks the adult world is like, which is why their society doesn't make any sense, because Ash is like, I'm going to go play pretend in the forest, and then he crashes his bike, and he's like, I'm a Pokemon master! He's just kind of, he's just this sad kid in a coma. Doesn't it turn out that the head of Team Rocket is his dad or something? Is that a theory, that Team Rocket is his dad is Giovanni? For those of you watching at home, my cameraman is feeding me facts about Pokemon that I'm behind on. So I was watching I guess it's the first episode, very early episodes of Pokemon, and there's this great part where Ash is running around with Pikachu, and Pikachu's being a little shit. And he gets busted by Officer Jenny for, well, she just sees him kind of going around doing his thing, and she's like, are you a Pokemon thief? And he's like, no, lady, I swear, I'm just a regular 10-year-old boy with an electric rat in the forest. What could possibly be wrong with this situation? And she's like, I don't know. I think you might be a Pokemon thief or something. And he's like, but wait, here, what about... And she's like, do you have any ID? And he's like, no. So he's this kid wandering around on his own with no ID. And then he's like, what about this Pokédex? And she's like, that'll work. So that's pretty much like to prove that you are the owner of this animal, you whip out your phone. Like if you were traveling around with a fucking dog and someone's like, hey, did you steal that dog? And you're like, no, man, check out all my pictures of my dog on my phone. And they're like, oh, okay, that proves who you are. You can't be a criminal. You have a phone with pictures of an animal on it. You know what happens to Team Rocket in that situation, What do they do? I mean, they'd inevitably fuck it up too, but, It's a stupid, stupid world that the Pokemon live in. I guess ours is pretty bad too, but at least they support natural selection. Hey, ugly kid, go out in the woods and die. Okay! Do I get a bike? Yes. Sure, you get a bike. Why not, kid? Ah, yes, the banned episodes of Pokemon. There's the tit contest episode, where James gets breast implants so that he can win the bikini contest against Jesse and Misty. Misty loses. I think James wins. Then there's the Safari Zone episode where the head of the Safari Zone is just waving a gun around at all times and winds up just like pointing it in Ash's face. There's the infamous Porygon episode, which gave kids seizures because it was too awesome. Good old Porygon. 10 most disturbing Pokemon facts. There are grown adults who still like Pokemon. Pokemon porn exists. The Pokemon hurt each other for the entertainment of thousands. Pokemon is really expensive. Cubone has a skull for a head. Actually, no, it's his mother's skull. But you already knew that, didn't you, dear viewer? What happened to Cubone's father? Shortly before we recorded this episode, I won a little Pokemon battle of my own. There was a spider on the windowsill, and we poured hand sanitizer on and set it on fire. Because I hate spiders. It was super effective. Whew. So, there's my picture of the Pokemon man with his gun and a dog with a vest. Yeah, that one took a while. I didn't really realize that would be that much of work. I think we spent 40 minutes drawing that. But yeah, that was fun. I like mixing it up. It's a nice change of pace from just using a pen every time. Like I said, what should I use next time? What kind of a wacky medium should I play with? I'll go to the art store and pick up some pens or paints or whatever. If you guys have suggestions for what I should draw next week, please, by all means. Also, if they're not some kind of wacky mashup, that's okay too. You could just be like, draw the bear from Far Cry. And I'd be like, okay, because it's less to think about. If you want me to just draw a character, draw Mario, draw Pikachu, makes it a lot easier to put on a t-shirt if you're into that kind of thing. But yeah, go check out Destructoid.com. Dear God, I'm tired from drawing a picture. Why is that a thing? Is Hamza making shit over there? Fuck off, Hamza. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, if you want to email me photos or pictures or hats or what am I saying? If you want to send me suggestions, you can hit me up on Twitter. I'm Max Scoville. You can leave stuff in the comments. You can email me. I'm Max@Destructoid. You can find me up on Snapchat. I'm Bonglord69. I'm on Instagram. I'm just Max Scoville on there. I'm on Tumblr too. I have Pinterest, but I forgot my login, and all I had on there was a bunch of jackets that I thought looked nice. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.